Hey, Tony Blauer, and very excited to present at the Protector Symposium 2.0. So, physiology of sudden violence. Hopefully you watched some of the intro, maybe you did a little research on what we do. When you've committed to be someone else's protector, you know, that in some ways puts you in more danger because you put yourself, you're putting yourself between them and the threat. One of the things that I've been telling people for decades now, I started teaching officially in 1979, just to give you some perspective. I've been studying violence for 41 years. I started to notice that in any fights that I got into, or a fight that a student would get into, that nobody was using the complex motor skills that we were practicing. In the 20, 30 years that you've been watching violence, how often have you seen someone go palm strike and recoil and hit the person and drop them? Something happens when we get scared, and something happens when we get angry. The people who manage their fear manage to fight. Now, it doesn't guarantee victory, but it does ensure that they're in the fight. Why are you studying this? Why did you sign up for Byron's program, right? And I can't obviously hear you and answer you, but get really clear on that. Hopefully the answer is, I want to be able to protect myself and my family. If you're professional, the answer doesn't change. You might say, I need to protect people, they hire me to protect people, but when you're not protecting them, who's your bodyguard? About 10 seconds before this picture, these people were like, these are pretty good seats. And 10 seconds later, they're like going, holy shit, we're gonna die. For the purpose of learning how to protect yourself, there are 3 types of flinches that we teach. Oblique, when it comes from a blind spot where we're covering and turning our head, and then the straight on startle-flinch where our body recoils from it, our hands come up. And then the last one, when we realize we've got some time and space to our advantage, this flinch turns into this, the hand starts to shoot towards the threat. And you can see everybody in the top row. If you've done 10,000 escape from a headlock, you always do one more rep of letting your role player attacker put the headlock on. So part of your brain gets acclimated to the idea of this is okay until it gets to here, and then I do my move. Most of you probably heard the term getting off the X, inspired by the military. Getting off the X is this metaphoric kill zone that we're gonna step on. How do we get off the X? So the one thing that I always tell people is this, it's super simple. All victims of violence who live to tell the tale said they had a bad feeling before the attack. Think about that. When you're visualizing the fear, if you look at it, the fear is telling you often what you need to do by looking at the fear. In other words, if I stare at the fear and I see how I'm gonna die, then I can figure out what I need to do to not die or to stay in the fight. In other words, Stallone goes, I don't have a gun, he's got a gun. If I do nothing, he pulls out that revolver and shoots me. If I do nothing to the guy with the gun, remember immediate and imminent danger we talked about? He's in imminent danger, the gun comes out, he's in immediate danger. If I do nothing, I get shot. If I go to the wrong guy, I get shot. What's the answer? Go to the right guy. Stop the gun from coming out, get back in the fight.
Boom, it's finally here. Go to protectornation.com to join the Protector Nation community. Learn online and become part of our Protector Nation family. I look forward to seeing you guys there and for us all to join forces to make the world a safer place by helping good people to become more dangerous. I'll see you there, and until then, be peaceful but not harmless.